At some far back, distant point, like I said, Jimmy Carter, I believe it was going into the churches or going into what's it called, and basically even doing public broadcasts, basically calling Lucifer I think he was saying Lucifer the defiler, Lucifer the this, Lucifer the that, Lucifer the liar, and basically talking a bunch of shit about me, basically. And lots of other people were like, oh yeah, Lucifer, blah blah, saying all kinds of horrible things about me. And like I said, I mean, if you want to know about me, just look up Lucifer White Star Lines Company, mining and shipping, and air freight, and also American Airlines, also TWA. Like I said, TWA couldn't afford the aircraft, so I basically had them manufactured and then basically just put them into service and figured that I'd get my money back later on. So anyway, like I said, basically what is all the money, basically everything that Trumpy pretends to own and pretends to be manager of. And realistically, he's a manager of none, considering that realistically it's all my money. So, anyway, though, yeah. So anyway, and like I said, the Republicans and the Democrats were actually going over to Europe and Germany and stealing from Europe and Germany, but again, just stealing from me again. So because I owned Europe and Germany, and I was the most rich, most whatever, and I was actually having a lot of things done like gold light post, silver bells, gold bells, commemorations aplenty, basically, because I like to give to my people, and they were just stealing all kinds of stuff and blah 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 and stealing this, stealing that, and basically all my really nice cars because mostly I was in Europe and mostly like Europe was a powerhouse, and that's basically where I would have most of my production facilities were in Europe and also somewhat in China. Like I said, I had some stuff in China, but I can't claim, and I can say that at some point in time in China, basically I had a bunch of food and stuff like that, and pretty much my group in China did better than most other groups because they had more food and all that and stuff, and that's how I took over China, or something like that, But realistically, I mean, I had a lot of really good German scientists and a lot of good scientists basically behind me and with me, so. And plus, I'm the creator. So, anyway, though, trying to feed everyone and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, though, but blah, 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 where was I going with this? So basically, and they were trying to kill. They're trying to say that I was going to end the world and this and that and blah blah. Like I said, people looked back at the old missile things and they realized that the missiles actually weren't even made to or designed or invented to actually carry bombs or anything like that. They're actually built to carry capsules and people. So anyway, so I wasn't actually the one that was even trying to do the missiles. It was actually JFK or Nixon or someone. I don't really care. Anyway, he was actually the one behind Matt or whatever. Blah blah blah. So anyway, but yeah, they ended up killing or getting a lot of people killed. Anyway, the whole Nazi revolution or something. Mostly probably because they didn't document anything. They're thieves, killers, and rapists. Why would they document something? Like I said, the only reason why I was wondering a lot of people were wondering where they were getting submarines, and like I said, that's why they were trying to say the Hitler's wolf pack. Like maybe you mean Adolf Hitler basically was his name or something like that, and they were just getting civilian submarines, and basically, like I said, they're on TV right now. They're on TV and they do the shows about talking about how the old submarines weren't all that great, blah 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 blah. And when they actually did get their submarines upgraded, it was actually me that upgraded their submarines, but they were signing at that eventually because they're saying I don't know because America originally didn't have a submarine crew or anything like that, and like I said, it was just I had my submarines in Germany and Russia and Japan, and America didn't have anything. I didn't need submarines, so. And they're old submarines. So anyway, but I believe the real American officers eventually got good submarines, but they had to go to school first, and couldn't just walk on and be given a submarine. So anyway, yeah, and those people, anyway, whatever. Anyway, that was Congress basically with trying to get some civilian submarines and thinking that they're state of the art, but whatever. Anyway, and now they look like idiots on TV saying about how the old 1960 submarines couldn't go that deep and blah blah blah. Or maybe they're just doing it on purpose, just to tell me that they were the ones with the submarines. Maybe it's their way of saying sorry or making amends. I don't really know. Like I said, whatever. Japan caught them Germany caught them, and like I said, I'm pretty sure the admirals of those of the people captaining those submarines were basically killed, pretty much, for their crimes because they had sunk ships and killed thousands or hundreds of people. So they were found and executed for their crimes. Like I said, anyone having killed more than 100 people basically was instant execution, pretty much. Like I said, the only thing that I required is that my officers couldn't do summary executions. An officer or a person couldn't just walk up and shoot someone just because. It had to go to court. It had to have, unless you actually saw them and pulled them off, like if you actually saw someone raping a girl or something like that, then anyway, whatever. People knew when to kill people though. So, but basically legally and blah blah blah, and for me to stand behind them, they had to have some evidence or blah blah blah. They couldn't just execute people in the field, whatever. So anyway, whatever. It's all my rules and stuff like that, and I was the one making the laws, and that's also how I broke up Guantanamo Bay, because some of those people were actually being held there without rightful what's called prosecution, and also what's called even a military tribunal has to tell who's there, has to have a real court and blah blah. You can't just hold people without whatever. And apparently, since it was America, or actually it wasn't even really America, I think it was just Guantanamo Bay and just the Republicans and Democrats and the Republican militia. So technically everything that they were doing was illegal, immoral, and wrong. And basically they were just trying to say blah 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 America. And it's like they're little parasites living in underneath the American umbrella. That was basically Lucifer Starlight. Hey, whatever. Like I say, Chubby, if you got power, come over here and kill me. Why don't you be a man? Man up and bring a 45 over here. And be like Nixon or Jimmy Carter. Nixon or Jimmy Carter was actually supposed to kill me. Or someone. So, man up and be a true Republican man and come over here and shoot me in the head or something like that. Like, damn. Yeah, they've been trying to kill me for thousands of years or hundreds of years, so kind of pathetic, really. Yeah, whatever. I guess because I'm the creator and because I'm also the Native American one who did the Constitution. Maybe that gives me some right to exist and live. Anyway, now I just get to thumb my nose at you. Anyway, like I said, it's the people of the past that supported me and loved me and cared about me the most. And they set everything up. So, and then a bunch of idiots came along. So, whatever. By the way, Trump, you're living in my house. Get out. I already evicted JFK. There's an eviction notice on the door of the White House. So, consider yourself evicted from my house. Yeah, that's Lucifer White Star's house. That's why it's white. A lot of the things around Washington, D.C. are white because of me. It's my personal house. In the old days, they used to have LS cufflinks, gold cufflinks. So, yeah. Anytime you want to, feel free to get out of my house and stop using my fucking helicopter. And stop using my public broadcasting system, too, you piece of shit. That's not for you. That's for the real leader of America and not some lying piece of shit that just stole and drug money and blah, blah, blah. So Hell's Angels actually supported Trumpy. And it's just drug money and stuff. And it was so because all the drug money, all the other stuff, they wanted to make it legal, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they supported Trumpy, blah, blah. But he's a piece of shit. So, anyway, I don't know. I don't care. Because they didn't want to go to jail. Or they want to get out of jail. Or, I don't know, corruption and all that crap. Beginning with JFK and Nixon. Or, Admiral Rodney. Or President Rodney. A bunch of other idiots. I said, yeah, I did name America, and I am Lucifer White Star Line. So, yeah, and you can go talk to, oh wait, that's right, he's dead, and they were tortured about 20 trillion years ago. It's funny how they were already tortured at the point in time that they died. And probably then some more. I don't know. Good luck with that, guys. Yeah, you see all the stars, right? Yeah, you see all the crosses and everything. And it medical or star, basically. A star on the badges of the blah blah. Anyway, whatever. There's also some really bad, there's pretty bad. European, the Congress, whatever. It wasn't the Queen at all. They were trying to blame the Queen for a bunch of stuff, but it wasn't the Queen at all. It was actually her board underneath her that was bad. There were like 3 or 4 members of the board that were bad, and they were doing military actions and doing some stuff. But I don't know. It depends, because there's also JFK and Jimmy Carter and all that. So basically 5 or 6 of the worst people in the whole universe. So anyway, like I say, whatever. Good luck with that. So yeah, and they were slaughtering whole towns in Mexico and other places. So I don't know. Just a bunch of people running around with guns, killing a bunch of innocent people without any weapons. So, and that's kind of why everyone has weapons nowadays. So whatever.